What is up, you guys? Welcome to Margarita O'Clock and probably one of my favorite videos of the month to film. So we've got Hollow Wishes going, the fireplace is on. I'm just gonna be honest with you, I might have to change because it's gonna get into a full workout. Building a fort is one of the most strenuous tasks of the season because I get into it. I've got Carl here. Carl, do you wanna come say hello? You gonna cuddle in my fort with me? Carl just had his dinner. We're gonna make some drinks. We might make other drinks, no one knows. We might make snacks. We are definitely gonna put on some good movies, and we are going to build a fort and transform my entire living room into hopefully the most epic fort yet. So we have done this a couple years in a row. It started by total accident and coincidence. We put on some good movies. You guys loved it. I loved it. And it was like the most vibey, Halloween-y fall video. So we're gonna do it again. Carl, are you gonna come say hi? Or are you gonna make an appearance later? Do you wanna come say hello? There he is. You see him coming? It's like a little piranha on the prowl. You're here to say hello. Shocker, please don't. You have to go that close? You have to go that, well, you have to go that close. All right. You gonna help me build a fort? You gonna be my little assistant? Last year, he tried to climb on the top of the fort, so we're not gonna do that again, right? So we're gonna watch some Hocus Pocus. Are we gonna watch Hocus Pocus? That's like the most epic. We shall see. But we're definitely going to get into the Halloween spirit, so if this is something that you wanna see, then just keep watching. All right, let's do this. So the very first thing we did is we put on Hollow Wishes. Once we made our margarita, I decided to watch Hotel Transylvania. Such a good movie. I honestly freaking love it. The second one is probably even better. I don't know if I love the third one better than the second one, but I just find it hilarious, like laugh out loud funny. And clearly Adam Sandler loves himself a good Halloween movie. So I got out of my onesie very quickly. It heats up building a fort. Listen, it is a workout in of itself. I am not gonna lie, I reference my old fort videos, so I've done one every year and they get better and better. This one was the best one, but I have to reference the old videos to see how I build them because I forget. And one thing that I know that I did last year is it wasn't high enough, so I definitely took that into consideration, and I wanted to be more spacious. I needed room for Carl, I needed room for activities, so I flipped the two chairs around, and one thing that I always do is I go down to the gym and get some weights. So either some kettlebells and some dumbbells to weigh down the blankets so that they are stable and secure. Listen, we are building a structurally sound fort here. So that table was not structurally sound enough on the couch, so I put a tray so that it had a hard surface to stand on, and we made sure that it was not going anywhere. So I used a couple of extra large blankets that usually just sit at the foot of our bed, so that was perfect, and I hung some over the back of the chairs. And I love that this year you get a full walkthrough and explanation of my mindset through building this fort, because usually it's just music, but I kind of guess that you guys like the voiceovers a little bit better. Comment down below, do you prefer whenever it just goes into music and it's like a music video and you can just vibe out? Or do you want me to explain it? Because to me, hearing the sound of my own voice is not always that pleasant, but more space, see? So much more space. And on the sides, I needed to hang some smaller blankets to make it completely pitch black inside. One of the best cozy tips that I could give you. So I had this Haunted Mansion blanket that I had got last year. I had the Not So Scary blankets from the Donuts, Dumbbells, and Dreams launch that we did earlier this season, which I know a lot of you guys have that blanket. Listen, we had an abundance of pillows and blankets this year from the launch. So I also went upstairs and grabbed some extra blankets and some extra pillows just to, like I said, block out any of the light. Then we watched Addams Family Values, which is probably one of the best classics for sure. I had this extra little bench pillow that I used because we needed padding. And yes, I was explaining everything to Carl. The Not So Scary blanket was front and center, as well as all of the pillows. I feel like the more comfy and cozy you can make it, the better. So I used some of the Michael's pillows that I got, some of the Disney pillows, obviously the Not So Scary pillows, and we had a full vibe. I tossed in all the Squishmallows that I had. They're the best for a fort because they're so soft. And they're squishable, so they can fit into nooks and crannies and block the light. I also had DIY'd these lights a couple of videos back, a couple of series back, I think a couple years ago, and they're just like push lights. They're perfect. Carl always loves the fort, you guys. He loves it. He was trying to destroy it a little bit, but we made a margarita, brought it all into the fort with some chippies, and we set up. And I just kept adding more and more lights. So I have these little puck lights that I added in, and you can set them to any color that you want, so they totally added a vibe. And then I took some fairy lights. These are like a cute orange fairy light, love for Halloween, and I just hung them all around the rim. One thing I will say is if you're going to do a fort, safety first, make sure that any lights that you use or any string lights do not get too hot. And if you are going to use them, make sure that you turn them off before you go to bed. Carl's all about the fort. He was hyphy. He was all about it. We hung the snake, the not so scary Nightmare Before Christmas snake up there, and we needed the galaxy projector. I went and got that thing so fast from my office. I was like, oh my gosh, the galaxy projector, we need it. So this projector, if you haven't heard me talk about it, it can project stars as well as the galaxy sky, and the galaxy sky in different colors, so like red, pink, purple, blue, green. It's really pretty, and you can control how bright you want the stars. It's so freaking cool. Love it. I feel like this is definitely the best fort I've ever made. I love it. And I always want to keep it up as long as I possibly can. So Baby Yoda joined us in the fort, and the other thing I always use is this little tray, I guess like a portable little table, and that was perfect for the fort, so I was able to pop on my computer before we started making some food. So I decided to make all of the best mixed grill type of food, and by that I just mean a bunch of fried, delicious comfort food. So in that poison apple container is just a bunch of water because we needed to stay hydrated. I decided to make some meatballs on the stove. I made some mozzarella sticks. I love mozzarella sticks. Shout out to the people that love mozzarella sticks. It is probably my #1 food group. I also made some fries. So these are like some seasoned fries. And I thought in the skull containers, they were like the perfect amount of food. I made some for Andre too. He just didn't get as nice of a presentation as we had. So these are the mozzarella sticks. And then I also had little pigs in a blanket, which is just like fancy little hot dogs wrapped in like a cheddar little wrap. Oh, and then some little mini bagel bites. Listen, by no means healthy, but I was happy as a little clam. So I put the extra barbecue sauce in that little brain container, and I put everything on my Ray Dunn trick or treat container with some mustard and ketchup, and it was like the perfect size. And I had a trick or treat yourself little napkin. Listen, this was a whole vibe. I was having way too much fun. I had a permanent smile on my face the whole time. I was so freaking excited. Give me snacks and I will love you forever. Same with Carl. That's his love language. So he got some little corners of fries, not to worry. He can handle all food. He loves all food, and he did not break eye contact with me once. So we snacked on all different sorts of treats. Carl couldn't hang. And then we decided to plug in some more Halloween movies, so some Nightmare Before Christmas. And we honestly edited this video while watching movies. We watched so many movies that night. And honestly, usually I will be able to work and edit as I watch movies or TV. And update on Game of Thrones. I finished the entire season. I love it. And I'm restarting it, because it's that good. So to everybody that told me to just push through and persevere, I did. We also watched Beetlejuice, which was epic. If you can hear that part of the movie, you're my people. I love it. I'm always torn with watching Beetlejuice. I always wonder, is it gonna be good? I don't know. And I don't love the movie, but then I watch it, I'm like, oh, that was good. So we kept hydrating. Carl got a hold of some rags. Listen, this kid has so many toys, but he loves dish rags. And then we went back into the fort, cuddled, and like I said, we edited this video as well as a couple others. And then I made some popcorn. So I'm going to show you guys how I make popcorn. As much as I love mozzarella sticks, I love popcorn more. Popcorn is literally my love language as well. So I always melt a little bit of butter on it, and I top it with this cheese flavoring. So you could totally do this with like some nutritional yeast, just this version is so much better. It's from Flavor God, and then I put salt and pepper on it. I know that might sound weird, but it kind of makes it spicy and delicious. So good. It's literally like the best style of popcorn. I love myself some popcorn. And then we went into our bullet journal. If you guys didn't see my plan with me, I did a extra long list of all different movies, and I've been crossing them out, so I wanted to take you guys through the progress that I have so far. And we knocked off a ton of movies on this one. But the other day I was wondering if I forgot one of the movies. I thought I forgot Beetlejuice, and I didn't. We were good. If you saw me forget any movies, please let me know though, for sure. And I get asked a lot if the movies on the list are kid-friendly. I think that they are. I will say I think Beetlejuice is a little bit scary, but I watched it as a kid and I thought it was okay, and it didn't scare me. But I will say The Craft is a bit much for little kids. So Carl and I cuddled up. Carl loves popcorn. You guys, he loves whatever I love. Listen, he loves all food, but he loves popcorn. Just the word popcorn, we call it puffcorn, he loves it. He's obsessed. And he loves a good chippy. Isn't he like, how can you resist? I'm not even kidding. I was living my best life. I was literally like the happiest person. So if you plan on building a fort this Halloween season, please tag me on Instagram in your stories whenever you build it. I love seeing all of your forts. And I always usually try my best to refeature you guys on my stories, especially whenever it's epic. I've been featuring all of your not so scary purchases and your pillows and your cuppies and everything. I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh. And those of you that had dogs that were loving Carl's Day in the Life, that made my day. That was so freaking cute. I loved that, and I featured those on my stories as well. So we overall just had the best night ever, and I just hope that you can have the best night ever and do this maybe for Halloween night if you're staying in, which I'm guessing a lot of you guys will, or just honestly any night or any afternoon, and leave it up and, you know, retreat into your own little safety of your tent. It's incredible. Oh, and if you need a little popcorn holder, this popcorn holder comes in Stormtrooper, but a bunch of different versions, and I absolutely love it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed. Hit the bell for notifications so you can be notified when a new video goes live. Make sure that you're following on Instagram for the behind the scenes, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, dudes.